Alright, it's only me. I've just come on and I'm going to talk a wee bit about the recording I did yesterday of the Hawkwind song Song of the Swords, which was done on Easter Sunday. What's the day's date? The 20th of April 2025. The day's the 21st. But I wasn't planning on doing any. I was sitting there thinking, hey, I could maybe record some music or something. And I thought I kind of shut this one out, although it's turned out alright. I was just sitting there with a spare couple of hours on a Sunday and thought that I could maybe do something pretty quick, because I knew all the parts for that song. It's pretty straightforward and easy. There isn't really any hard drum bits or guitar solos or whatever that you had to dive into and be able to play. Everything was pretty much done in a kind of first take, off the cuff fashion, even being some guitar parts in there that I probably let fly, which I wouldn't normally do, but I wasn't like any of these things. They're all quite disposable and I don't take them too serious. They were just something fun today for a couple of hours on a particular day that I done them. So anyway, let's talk about what we've got on the tapes here. What we've got on track 1 is a rhythm guitar, which would be Dave Brock's guitar part. Track 2 we've got on here is by Hugh Lloyd Langton's lead guitar part. Track 3 is bass. On the record played by the much underrated Harvey Bainbridge. I always thought Harvey Bainbridge was a really good bass player for Hawkwind. Track 4 is the drums. Track 5 is the lead vocal. Track 6 is a background vocal. Track 7 also a background vocal. And track 8 the synth, because I wanted to get everything on in there with the 8 tracks without bouncing anything. That way you've got total control when you've got to mix it. So what you've pretty much got there is like a 6-piece band in essence there, with 2 people singing, backing singing. So it was a nice wee easy number. I'll do a playthrough it once I've talked it through one time. But let's have a bang through what we've got on the tapes here. It comes in with the guitars and the drums at the intro. See, I put the video up earlier because I remembered to record myself playing the drums, which I don't often do because I don't consider myself much drummers. Although when we were at school, it was pretty much part of the curriculum that you had to be able to play some kind of rudimentary drum pattern part for a song back in the day. So you can drumming, as long as you're not going like too mental and try to be Neil Peart, it'd be a pretty straightforward thing to do. So that's the drums there. My V drums sound alright. And that's just I used the Yamaha DJX keyboard for that. I didn't use my new Casio one because I like the old sounds that I can get. See, what that rising bit there is, it's not like Blue Oyster Cult. There's the chorus. Just with the backing thing. The backing bit.
Paradise, paradise, is this my paradise? Is this my paradise? Is this my paradise?
There's that climbing bit with just the guitars. songs. Quite a good bass paint on that, quite enjoyed playing that one. But if you want to learn how to play that, then I did a video of that a couple of months ago. The Song of the Swords. So, I mean, that was still pretty fresh in my memory, so I was able to do that pretty quick.
Take up the sword and take up me. The king's born answer is to be. The path is chosen, you have no choice.
Michael
Come join
Moorcock
us now, the
leads vocal.
spoke the voice. Paradise.
I should have maybe sat and worked the keyboard, play it out a wee bit better, but like I said, it was done in a bit of a kind of hurry.
Is this my paradise? Is this my paradise? Is this my paradise?
That's it, we'll do it in guitars. So it's pretty straightforward there. There's like 2 or 3 bits with the typical kind of hawk windy riffs. And the kind of same patterns go down like twice. So what I'll do now is just talk through what the parts of the song are and do a quick playthrough it, just for anybody that wants to learn how to play it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the track 2 guitar part off here, and what you've got here is the typical hawk wind riffs, which is I was based on about like these 3 frets for this. Just this. And then that's the riff for the Hail of the Verse there. Just using the same kind of riffs as Dave Brock usually uses for things like, I don't know, Mark Magnum. Or Streets of Fear, kind of both use the exact same riffs, but it's always that, just using the 2 notes and then the half step up, which he uses for millions and millions of different Hawkwind songs. And then for the next bit you get to this, it's F and B flat with this. And then G to C, and F. And then you come into the chorus which goes to A, and you're just staying on the A, but switching the bass note roundabout. So the first time you play an A, the second time it's G, and then F sharp, and then finishing on the F with this. And then you've got this climbing thing here, which is very, very similar, kind of that Chronicle of the Black Sword, based on a concept by Michael Moorcock, who had also been working, he'd been working with Hawkwind first, but then he moved on to work with Blue Oyster Cult in the late 1970s for albums like Mirrors, where he did like The Great Sunjester and stuff, and then he did Black Blade, which, if you notice, is Black Blade and Black Sword, very, very similar concepts. I think they're based on the same thing. But this run-up here, very similar to the Blue Oyster Cult Black Blade thing that's happening here. And the bit where it's the link between the verse and the chorus goes from F to B flat and then G to C. What you're doing here is just keep moving up 2 frets all the time for the bit in between with this. Then G to C, then to E, to B, to B to E, D flat up to F sharp, then E flat up to E flat, and then then that's you back into the verses here. And just the fills that Hugh Lloyd Langton does, just like a kind of wild, mad bend with this. That kind of thing. So let's have a playthrough of this, and then I'm going to make it dinner. This is Song of the Swords, where I'm going to take the guitar pretty much off, and just have a wee bit of a rhythm guitar, and I'll play the live lead guitar here. So this is how you do Song of the Sword. So there you go, that's how you play the, what's the name, Song of the Swords. Pretty easy number, playing the key of E here. But I'll just be going back to drilling on the Ritchie Blackmore tonight, still trying to master the... No, wait a minute, that's right. I don't know about Stephen Wills needed on that for the Ritchie Blackmore. Right, I'm out of here, man. Have a nice day. Enjoy the rest of Easter. I've got a cronut there, so I'm going to have that after my dinner. Have a nice day. Ta-ta.